If you are just tuning in for this campaign, for this session, it's the first time. In here, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. This is a in a dark and thrilling world of this campaign setting. Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game where imagination is king, and where you can create characters and go into epic adventures filled with magic, monsters, and heroism. But in this campaign, we are flipping the script. Instead of the usual valiant heroes, what we have is a bunch of undead liches. Liches are undead spellcasters who have achieved immortality through either dark rituals or forbidden knowledge or other illegal means. This is a party of all different flavors of liches that you can get, and but they are not in this campaign. They're not here because for the greater good. They are here because after a very disastrous attempt of a group of heroes to try and stop the big bad Vecna, which is a big lich in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, and who was trying to reshape the multiverse at his will. These liches gather around as they see an opportunity to take advantage of this moment of hopelessness in the multiverse in order to steal the crown and steal the throne and usurp everything, all the powers and the knowledge and everything that Vecna has achieved so far. Vecna is indeed a powerhouse. He's said to be now a lich god, and yes, his plans are ongoing and remain unchecked. And the multiverse of D&D is now, as I've mentioned at the start, very dark and hopelessness, because Vecna's tyranny is casting a shadow over the entire multiverse. But maybe driven by personal vendettas and thirst for power or whatever is the motivation these characters have, maybe there is still a very last and unlikely hope for the multiverse. Our cast around the table today, we have Creek, the Spirit King, once a renowned bard. The Spirit King became a lich to avenge his friends that he lost to Vecna, and now he's an undead musician. Say hi, Creek.
Hello, my fellow audience members. I have a story to tell for you here in this campaign.
All right. And next one we have is Cyril. Cyril was always obsessed with time. He became a lich alongside, he thought he was going to become a lich alongside his wife, Esther, but she died during the transformation, and he blames Vecna for this. And it's, say hi, Cyril.
Hello all.
All right. And next we have Midge, a druid that since she was alive, she was afflicted by a skin disease and has turned to lichdom after a meeting with Zucketmoy, the demon queen of mushrooms and poisons and zombie mushrooms. Say hello, Midge. Say hello to our audience. All right. And we also have Morrigan, aka the Hope Prophet. Quite thematic with this campaign. He is tricked into lichdom by Vecna, and he fled to wild space where he built his reputation in an army, and now, of course, he wants revenge and a claim of the throne. Morgan, say hello to our audience.
Hello. I'm Morgan. Every time I use minor illusion, I use a different accent. Let's hope I don't run out.
Well, there's about 200 of those, so eventually you're gonna have to circle around. Oh no, wait, there's probably more because if you count the science fiction ones. All right. So you just need to watch a lot of science fiction in the meantime. All right, we have Necrolumpa with us. She was once a Harper's agent, a orphan little kid who became a wizard after being adopted by a wizard. She turned into blade singing wizardry, and she tried to, while still alive, to take down Vecna, but her plan unfortunately failed catastrophically, and she was turned into a lich by Vecna's magic, by Vecna corrupting magic, and she now dreads her own existence. But say hello, Necrolumpa.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so we also have one more player who's not joining us tonight, who is playing Ronaldo, which is an imposter noble who became a lich and despises Vecna because Vecna despises him, and as Vecna sees Ronaldo is nothing but a slave, and now, of course, Ronaldo plans and plots his revenge patiently. Okay, so with that, I should just mention one key NPC in this campaign, which is Volkar, the free thinker. Once Vecna's right-hand lich, Volkar, now known as the independent or the free thinker, has a spat with Vecna, who ordered to assassinate him because he was a loose end. He knows a little bit too much about the lich god, and he managed to escape his master's attempt to destroy him, although Vecna apparently is not aware that Volkar is in a state of unlife. And he is, of course, fueled by the desire and revenge, and his disdain for Vecna's overrated reputation. And he has gathered this group of all different liches with different motivations to go after Vecna and find this artifact that was scattered all over the multiverse called the Rod of Seven Parts. The rod was actually gathered by the first group of adventurers that tried to defeat Vecna and failed. And as a last resort, as a last attempt, their wizard managed to rescatter the pieces of the rod across the multiverse. Now, Volkar said that the adventurers were stupid. They didn't know about how to use the rod properly. They were completely ignorant about the archaic powers of this device, and that has the potential to wield magic above 9th level. And he said that once you all gather the Rod of Seven Parts again, he will explain to you what to do, and how you can use this to show Vecna who are the real undead powerhouses in the multiverse. He sent you on a treasure hunt, in a way, where he asks you to retrace the steps of these adventurers that left a trail of savagery and massacre behind them as they went through the multiverse, just destroying and obliterating every poor evil creature out there, and they left behind quite a trail of devastation, and maybe in that trail there are some hints of where the Rod of Seven Parts or the pieces are. Now you know where at least 2 of the 7 pieces are. One is with Volkar himself, and the other one, he says he's very much sure, is in the hands of Primus in Mechanis. After Vecna started to exert his plan and cast his shadow across the multiverse. He took Neverwinter as the capital and the center of his plans, where his cultists from all over Toro gather, and now our party is currently making a little tour through Neverwinter, getting to rediscover the city now that's under new management. And they arrived here after an eventful trip through the Neverwinter woods, and they already realizing how liches are very well respected by the cultists of the cult of Vecna, and they found this cultist in the Never Death graveyard who maybe was some sort of informant. He was waiting for someone else. You guys appeared and kind of spoiled the encounter, and in the process, you, of course, accidentally on purpose, ended up taking down that cultist and the celestial that he had summoned to protect him. It's not very common for a cultist to summon a celestial, but anyway, nothing to worry about. You've managed to, discount your frustrations on the celestial, and they're always goody, and they always think they need to come down off their high horse. And Midge, after that epic fight, found a little secret lever, and that lever opened a passage under the guise of this little chapel that you wore, and the passage seemed to lead to an underground structure, an underground complex, maybe one of the many entrances to the Never Death catacombs, where from Volcar there used to be lots and lots of little cells of the cult of Vecna. Well, without further ado, let me bring you all to your graveyard that you are in, to the Never Death Cemetery, right at the moment where we pick up the story, when Midge just opened a secret dark passage into an underground complex.
Looky what I found! No one cares. All right, I'll go by myself.
It's not that we don't care, Midge. It's that it's obvious. We know you found it.
Okay.
Morgan's gonna look at Midge and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. We have this mean relationship, but I didn't mean it like that, Midge. I'm sorry."
You're such a lich.
You're such a lich. Don't talk to me like that.
By the way, and I should have said this before, Legend Midge is actually small, so her token needs to be smaller. She's a gnome.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let's make the token slightly smaller for Midge. There you go.
Much better.
Well, guys, I'm ready for the secret tunnel.
As a
Nickerloompo?
what will happen with Ronaldo? Is he coming with us?
Let's have him just keep watch at the door while we go in.
Ronaldo says, and I'm going to do my best impression of Ronaldo, if you would like to.
Please do.
I see an amazing moth just outside. It's a death moth. I haven't seen one in decades. I must go catch that specimen for my own research. So if you guys don't mind, I'll stay here and I'll try to catch that moth while you go ahead and have funs. Ta-ta!
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10.
I say solid 8. I say solid 8.
You missed Ronaldo's little at the end. Yeah, that's it.
That is true. Okay. You see, that's why we need the original.
Since we're gonna split up, I have telepathic bond. Is it worth? Because like I'm thinking, what if there's like another exit and we don't come back this way, and we end up somewhere else to meet with him there or something?
Good call.
Excellent idea.
It takes 10 minutes though, so is
We've got all the time in the
All
world.
the time in the world,
I've
exactly.
been here for
Okay, alright.
centuries.
So I'll cast telepathic bond so that Ronaldo can update us on the moth search and yeah.
I'm just gonna sit on
Okay.
it to you and pick my feet
I
up.
assume you cast that ritualistically then?
Yes. Oh, so I don't
Alright.
need to use my slot?
If
No,
you do it
ritualistically, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, cool. Oh, great. Amazing.
All right, great.
While she's doing that, Midge is going to look around and try and catch some insects, a couple spiders. Yeah, mostly looking for spiders.
All right. There are little spiders here at the corner of this chapel, right at the top near the ceiling,
Right
Midge.
here. Okay.
Yeah. Very little ones. Nothing
That's
too
fine.
scary.
That's fine. She'll make them scary later.
Okay. All right. Well,
She'll grab them. She'll put one in her hair. She'll put one she'll open up her breastplate and put one in her rib cage, and then the other one she'll put maybe on her sleeve or something like that. She'll find 3 of them. That's what she's looking for.
Okay. All right.
So let's speed up the story a little bit. You guys cast ritualistic, and you go. It's 10 minutes past, and
Going back to normal.
Whoa.
Going back to normal.
Whoa.
Speed. 10 minutes have passed.
Lord, that was awesome.
Oh, you saved it there.
We had Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Play the
Anyway,
Benny
Alvin
Hill
and the
theme
Chipmunks is our
song.
DM.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes have passed, and you can all descend to the stairs as you are all connected now. And I assume, Necrolumpa, you're also connecting with Ronaldo?
Yes.
You know, if something comes here, he might want to give you a heads up that there's something going after you under the stairs. All right. Let me bring you all to the beautiful catacombs that you arrive underneath this cemetery, underneath this graveyard.
Whoa. Oh.
Wow.
Ooh, pretty.
Very homely.
Midge, this looks like where you grew up.
I grew up in a forest, you stupid lich.
Midge, I'm 1,000-year-old and my brain is... I lost it maybe 999 years ago. Forest, tomb, practically same thing, innit?
Well, you really are an idiot, aren't you?
Yes, Midge, absolutely. I am a lich after all.
Hey,
Speaking of which,
Legions,
Morgan, look at all the bones.
This is written in French here.
Mm.
It is French. Ooh, Necrolumpa has world travel.
Tell us, what does it say?
This is the Empire of the Dead? Of the dead people?
Yeah, Lamort is dead.
Well, I mean, we're all dead and we're here.
Which way should we go?
So,
I don't know.
As you look around, the walls in this place have been made with the bones of humanoids, or at least decorated with them. You can see that there's lots of skulls and bones decorating, and now you realize that that's probably why there are no cadavers in the surface, you know? they've been using to decorate the walls here. Clearly, look how many bones they need just to make just this room you are in. Now you know, Morrigan, why you couldn't summon zombies. They were decorating this place.
Which begs the question: are these cadavers or corpses?
I think it's just bones.
Oh, Morrigan, you cut off. I couldn't hear.
Oh. I said it begs the question now that Morgan figured out why they aren't. Are these cadavers or are these corpses?
Those are remains of corpses. I mean, you could try to raise a zombie out of them, but I feel like you would have to spend some time putting the bones and, trying to find bones that fit each other and then putting like your little skeleton back into place. I mean, if you have the time to play with puzzles, you may want to, try to make a skeleton that is symmetrical.
Mitch finds a loose bone, maybe one that still has the hand, kind of, and grabs it and uses it to scratch her back. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, I've been wanting to scratch that place for about 50 years. And then sets the bone back down.
Dear heavens, that was my uncle, Nah, I'm just kidding, Midge. I don't care what's happened down here.
All right, which way we want to go?
You know what they say, left is best.
All right, let's go. This way?
Cyril, you first, mate. You can stop time. He's going to give Cyril a kick in the shin. Or a kick in the
Midge is already taken off.
Cyril, don't let Midge steal your thunder. You're a proper lich. You're a bad lich. Don't let anyone steal your shine.
As you see in front of you, the ground in front of you is a bit flooded. And
here?
there is this, yes, and there is a sort of fog in the air that seems to follow the flooded water on the ground.
This way? Well, let's see what's down here. What's down here? Oh, we're right back where we were before. That's boring.
It's been a while since I've been to a maze.
You're a little taller
Cyril,
than I am. Take a look.
Do you step in that water, Cyril?
Cyril does step in that water, as a matter of fact.
Okay. And as you do, it splashes.
Nice. As someone with very little skin, I take very little notice of this. Come on, guys.
How deep is it, Legend?
How what? Sorry.
How deep is the water?
It's about 1 foot deep.
All right.
You can hop on my tail if you want. The Scorpion King is willing.
What's that? You want to give me some tail?
I'll give you some tail.
Liches, may I remind you that those have not worked in quite some time, so calm down.
I was about to say something that probably wasn't appropriate for YouTube, so we'll just move on.
All right. Cyril.
Morgan, left or right? Oh, apologies.
You know what they say, right is tight. Let's go right.
Right it is.
Creek writes that down in his notes as he thinks at the tail of Cyril.
Creek.
Right is
Was it
tight, they say.
Tuesday or Thursday when you died?
It's been so many centuries. Oh, I'll need a couple of minutes as I backtrack. On the 5th, I was dead. On the 7th, I rose again.
Could I quickly just use my wand of secrets here?
Yes. Where exactly?
Down here where I am.
Okay.
Oh, she's way down here.
Yeah. You point your wand of secrets in this area, as you're trying to find some sort of secret passage. And for a second there is that moment of suspense in the air when you realize that there's nothing for the one to tell you.
Alright. Okay.
Worth a go. Let's go, Liches.
All right, Cyril, we're following you. Do you ever feel like we're just going around in circles?
Well, this looks very interesting as Morrigan turns towards this altar.
Yes. And you look at this altar, there's a candle there that's lit up. So there are actually candles in many places here. And this seems to be some sort of magical flame. This doesn't look like normal flame to you.
And Morgan's like, this looks quite celestial, radiant. I would blow it out, but my lungs don't work. Creek, do you still have lungs?
Well, I do sing. I could try.
Go ahead, my good sir.
And Creek does his vocals, A, B, C, D, E. And then afterwards, he just tries to blow on it and goes like, Hachoo!
Nothing happens to the flame.
Well, I tried what I could. Anyone else got lungs?
Not for some time, no. Midge, maybe a spider of yours could blow it out? Any big enough spiders?
A spider blow out a candle?
I don't know. You've pulled out
This
weirder
is a
things out of your ass.
circus. Hold on. All right. Lidge is going to use Druidcraft, and it says that I can do a puff of wind. So she's going to do a puff of wind and see if that will blow out the candle.
Well, the lengths a lich has to go in order to blow something is amazing. You see, liching ain't easy. All right, so you puff that flame, and you realize that this is some sort of continual flame. The flame moves, but nothing really happens to it.
Okay. I mean, it says I can instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
But it won't go out.
This is 100% one of those times where the DM has something really cool planned around the corner and everyone's like, this candle is the secret.
This is shiny.
Wow, we are so impressed about this candle.
It's a continual flame.
I'll touch it with my finger. Well, yeah.
What's left?
What's left of it?
It feels hot.
Like me.
Crunchy.
So
all right, let's go.
You've noticed that you can hear the sounds of bones, like hitting each other, bones moving as if. But you look around and you don't really see any bones moving, and
For ourselves, of course.
I think it's my knee. It was dodgy in life and it's dodgy in Lich.
Good Lord, just about a half an hour ago, you were complaining about all of your bones being out of place.
Yes, and somebody wouldn't help me put them back in, and it took way longer than
Cyril,
it needed.
as you reach that front and you realize that area of the catacombs is always flooded, you also realize that there's someone there that didn't take a long time to notice your presence, since, well, you have a gigantic clunky armor, and he turns to you all and says, "Well, I was not really expecting a lot of liches to to come to visit. Did the cleric send you?
I mean, as you know, liches get stitches, so we cannot divulge that information.
Oh, I see. So you killed him. Oh, guys. You know, now I'm gonna have to tell my boss about you. And he's not gonna like it. It's really... Oh, there's quite a lot of you. What is this? Is like a Lich reunion?
Starting a boy band.
Freaky is gonna...
And you look at his face, he clearly looks like a Lich. He's wearing winter clothes, very fluff collar. And he has what seems to be a melted mask still stuck to his face. Remainders of hair, which indicates that this Lich is slightly new. He's recently become a Lich, and recent for you is within the last 100 years. You've noticed that he is particularly calm in your presence, which means you are not the most terrifying thing he ever seen. Either that, or he really has cold blood as you realize the five of you just arrive in the scene, very well equipped, and says, "So, do you guys work for the cult as well? I never saw your faces before."
Well, new guy, before we talk, tell me this. The moonlight is young.
But the shadow is ancient.
Excellent.
How do you know that passcode? Did you take it out of the cleric you just assassinated?
No. Of course we knew the passcode. The cleric also asked to himself, but he decided to summon a goody-goody, and I don't like seeing celestials.
Well, he must have felt threatened in order to summon a celestial. What did you guys do?
I may have, in simple terms, gotten the earth to eat him.
To eat the cleric?
No, the celestial. Because Lich celestial, it's like cats and dogs, mate.
Yeah, that's funny actually. Did he try to fly away while the earth was swallowing him?
That's
funny.
I don't think so. I think the earth, Mother Nature works very quickly, and she was hungry, so I don't think he even got a chance to blink. I miss having eyelids, actually.
You have an accent that reminds me of someone, but I can't really tell who. Anyway, as I said, I work with the Whisper One. Are you guys with the Whisper One?
Morgan's going to turn to Creek, and then if he had turned it to his back to this character, and looks at Creek, and if he had an eye, he would be winking, and he'd be like, "It's your time to shine here, buddy."
Creek steps up, go like, "Yes," and we've heard his call. That's why we've came here. And I roll deception on that legend.
Absolutely, and the number to beat is a 15.
Guidance. Hold
We all
on, guidance.
have telepathic bond
You got
as
it.
well.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Talk.
Oh yes, you're right.
Oh yeah. Sick.
And he says, okay. Well, if you are the Whisper One, then how the hell do you know that passcode?
Telepathically, I say, "Hey guys, he has a good question."
Telepathically, Morgan is going to say, "It's an extremely good question." He's gonna. Who else thinks it's a good question?
Telepathically, it's an excellent question.
Well,
with nothing coming to mind on how to respond.
all right, guys, I got an idea, and I'm gonna say this out loud. It says, "Well, the Whispered One wanted to test us and be resourceful. He only gave us a location And so I use some magic to uncover the truth of the cleric. If it wasn't for our abilities, why else would the Whisper One call over to us?
And he turns to you and says, "Ah, the Whisper One gave you the location directly, huh? And he wanted to test you. That's very interesting. Very unorthodox. A bit out of character for him. But for now, how about you just shush?" And as he says, "You just shush," Creek, you're stunned. And
Is that a spell he used, or was it?
just a word, shush. And Creek, you were stunned. Now, since this is the first time the condition appears in the campaign, I have to inform the audience that a stun condition is rewritten for our campaign purposes. In this campaign, stun means the target speed is 0 and can only speak falteringly. On its turn, the target can either use a action or a bonus action, not both. The target cannot use their reactions. Target automatically fails strength and dex save and checks. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it cannot make more than one attack during its turn. All attacks against the target have advantage, and all attacks the target makes have disadvantage. So very similar to a slow spell or a worse type of a slightly worse type of slow spell.
Counterspell that.
Well, he just said a word. It's his vocal component was shush.
Creek. That.
You can see after the effect took place. Yeah, now it's a bit too late. And he says, "How about the rest of you? It seems to me that you are lying to me, you see? And I don't really like when people lie to me, because then I have to go and tell my boss that I've been lied to, and then he calls me an idiot, and he's really harsh on me, and I've been busting my ass trying to get the guy to like me, but he's so tough. He's so tough. He's amazing. He's everything you ever dreamed of on an evil boss. But at the same time, it's really tough to get it right with him. So I don't want to screw up again. I really don't like to be lied to. So I'm going to give the rest of you a chance to explain yourselves. Again, can you explain which side are you on? Because you just killed a cleric that was an informant that I was trying to bring out to the light, which indicates to me that you are with the Whisper One, but at the same time, you know the passcode, which means you had to pretend you are not with the Whispered One. So it kind of gives me a little timeline of how I may have killed the cleric. So again, guys, which side are you on?
We're with the Whispered One, right, guys? Telepathically speaking. That's what we should say to him. And we should just admit, right? To exactly what he said.
Yeah.
No,
If
what
we
do you think is the
admit-
best?
If we admit, he'll know we're not, though, if we kill the cleric, because he did say you would have had to pretend not to be.
Yeah.
So part of me thinks this is I think initiative is getting rolled very quickly.
Yep.
Midge is going to look at him and just say, "Plug your ears."
And say
she's
what?
going-
Sorry, Midge, you cut off on my end. I'm struggling. The call is
Plug.
cutting off for me.
Plug your ears. And
All right.
she's going to cast blindness and deafness on him. Let's go.
Let's go, Midge.
Con
All
15,
right.
con 18 save.
Excellent. And as you say, plug your ears. He kind of struggles to see you behind Morrigan, Midge. And he passed with a 19.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he says, I was really trying to avoid this, but since you guys started, you can all click on your token and roll initiative.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It was inevitable.
By the way, guys, I really like all those magic items you have. They look really cool.
Oh, I knew it was him. I knew it was him.
I really love to get all sorts of magic items and bring back to my boss.
Oh, legend.
Morrigan, what did you roll?
24.
24. Let me add here because for some reason it's not adding. Necrolumpa, you rolled a
21.
21. Okay. Creek,
Let me take a look.
24. Midge was a 9. And Cyril, how much was your initiative?
32.
Nat 20. Very good. Very good. All right, Cyril, with that clunky, gigantic armor, what would you like to do?
What would I like to do is the question here. I think I'm just gonna go in strong, do what I do best. I'm going to cast, where is it gone? Disintegrate at level 6, and I am also going to use my where is it gone? Conversion future to guarantee a hit.
Excellent.
So that is for 84 damage.
All right, so convergent future. When you are a creature within 60 feet of you, make an attack roll or an ability check or a saving throw. You can use your reaction to ignore the die roll and decide whether the number roll is the minimum needed to succeed or less than that number. Your choice. So I assume you are rolling. You are making his saving throw one less than required to succeed, right?
Correct.
Excellent. He passes the check.
Silvery barb that.
He passes the check. Will he not fail the check if it's one less?
You can't silver barb legendary resistance.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh god. Okay. And
he says, that's not nice. I'm gonna have to teach you how to behave.
Oh god.
We're dealing with we got a big boy here, guys.
I'm gonna move up to my 20 feet. I'm just gonna move here to the side of Morgan. And that is my turn over.
And you're stepping into the water.
And
That's the flooded area.
I'll step in front of Morgan, so there, I'm assuming it's not water, is it not? No.
Yeah, it's still flooded, still splashing as you walk around.
Okay.
I'm just asking just so you can, imagine the sound effect of they splashing. No ulterior motive.
Yeah.
All right. And Creek, what would you like to do?
All right. Quick question: am I able to inspire myself, or can I only inspire others?
With your bardic inspiration?
Yes.
Of course, you can inspire others with your bardic inspiration.
No, including
You're saying
myself.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can inspire yourself. Why not?
All right. The bonus action: I'm going to inspire myself, and well, give me a second to sing this.
You can only speak falteringly. So let's just say you're singing in your head.
So all Creek does in his head, he goes like, and so I give you my inspirational die. You could use it if you need it. You can give it a try. As he's just singing this in his head, telepathically.
Yeah, that was good. That was great.
Very good.
Who was that to? I just stepped away.
That was to myself.
Okay.
All right. So that's a DC 20 Wisdom save. No, sorry, it's a Constitution save. My bad. As a Constitution save, DC 20, and you can add your bardic inspiration to it.
All right.
That's at the end of your turn, though. Do you want to do anything in your turn?
I can't do anything else since I just used the bonus action while stunned.
Okay, fair enough. Then roll your con save.
And let me roll the inspiration with that.
Excellent. You're no longer stunned, Creek, and you've realized that he power word stunned you.
I can use my reaction now, right?
Depends to what trigger.
Infectious inspiration. Since I just used my inspiration succeed, I can use a reaction to give someone else inspiration.
Yes, then you can. Yeah, that one you can.
I'll go over to Cyril and I say, Cyril, you did it right, but it's time to fight. Reaching over. Now my hand is on your shoulder. I give you bardic inspiration. Bardic inspiration now. And you're now inspired, Cyril.
And Cyril's just going to give like a quick round of applause and amazing stuff. Thank you.
And that's a D12, right?
Yes.
Oh,
all right.
Sweet.
And you can see that Mr. Sunfall says, "Oh, keep going, keep going. Bardic inspiration, yeah."
We just met Kanye Lich.
Come on, just keep going. It was really good, actually. I shouldn't have stunned you. Maybe I should have stunned that Lich in the back.
Look, I'll make a song about you in a few minutes. A few seconds.
All right. You know that this fight is really completely pointless, right? Because either I'm gonna destroy you guys, and then 1 week from now you'll be back, or you're gonna destroy me, and then 1 week from now I'll be back. Either way, my boss is gonna know you're here, and then you're screwed, because if he destroys you, you're not coming back. He's just gonna erase you from existence. That's how he fires people.
Mate, why are you telling your own future here? You're not talking about us. You're talking about what's going to happen to you, mate.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. You're right. Well, I don't want it to happen to me. So I'm gonna make sure I take you guys down, okay? Nothing personal, guys. It's really just, if you're not with the Whisper one, this is like a Cult of Vecna only area, and you kind of trespassing, which means you're probably stupid enough to think you can, go against him, or you can try and snitch and steal more cool magic items. No, we're not going to give you the cool magic items. I'm going to take the cool magic items from you. Although I don't want that cursed armor of that guy. That looks cool from the outside, but that must be horrible in the inside. It must smell like horrible inside. It's like keeping a corpse. It's like keeping a corpse inside a can without any conservant.
My nose fell off many years ago. So the joke's on you, my friend.
No, the joke's still on you. Still very much on you. Just because you don't have a nose, that doesn't mean you don't smell. It's just very unpleasant to everybody else.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound? Who knows?
It's like mate, imagine you put a corpse in an oven, and you just leave it there, rotten, and then you go and you open the oven. I was going somewhere with that analogy. Basically, this is how you smell like inside there, and it's horrible. Not for I could choose not to smell, but how can I sell an armor like that? No one's gonna want to buy it, and if I give it to my boss, They're just gonna say this guy never showered and he's staying in this armor forever. How many years are you inside that armor, by the way?
Lost track, to be honest. It's just like a second home now.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, horrible. Anyway, well, you're safe. You're saved by your disgusting nature. Morrigan, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Morrigan's gonna look at Creek, and he's gonna look at Creek. He's gonna look at Sarah, and he's like, Creek, you've given everyone else a hand here. You talk about giving. You give a little song and dance about giving Cyril a hand, and I'm jealous, and I have a bigger hand. And as he thrusts his hand out towards the towards Sunfall, he is going to, and he's still talking to Creek, and he's like, Creek, whatever hand you can give, I can give a bigger and better hand, as he casts BB's hand in front of, holding on around Sunfall, and I'm trying to grapple him.
Okay, very good. Let me bring a little hand. So you're rolling a grappling, or you're rolling an attack?
Grapple.
All right.
Which is grasping hand. You can use hand strength score to resolve the grapple if the target is medium or smaller. If the target is medium or smaller, I have advantage on the check. And his strength score is 26. So I'll roll this twice. That's that, and I'm assuming he's medium or smaller, so I have advantage, right?
Yes, he's medium of small.
Sweet. And there's the second one. Oh, okay, so 26.
This is 26 to grapple, right?
26 to grapple, yeah.
All right. Let's make him roll an athletics or acrobatics. And he is grappled.
Okay, so he takes, what is that, 12 bludgeoning damage. 2d6. Yeah, 12 bludgeoning.
Okay. And he says, Really, arcane hand on me? I was going to counterspell, but I thought it was not worth it.
Mate, you are proper rude. You're making me so. You're proper rude. All right, and then as a bonus action, as he's like raging and getting angry, Morgan will cast Tasha's other rolly guys.
Okay.
Let me remove 500 GP. Now I am unfamiliar with this spell, but flying speed of 40, and we're going to choose the oh my god, okay. We're going to choose the upper planes. Upper plane, so immune to charmed, immune to radiant necrotic, and my AC is up 2, and I have a flying speed of 40.
All right, and you realize that by doing that, your Bigby's hand disappeared.
Oh, they're both constant. Oh, and he's going to look to the rest of the group, and he's going to say, "It's been a while since I've used that one, and very much forgot." And then he's like, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go over here for a bit, and he's gonna fly 40 feet, which is about there. And he's like, don't mind me. I'm just licking my wounds over here. A bit embarrassed.
Midge is just shaking her head like, oh my god, I'm surrounded by idiots.
And you see Mr. Sunfall just saying, Yes, you are. Yeah. Yes, you are. He. You see why I couldn't? It was not even worth it to spend a counter spell on that. He grappled me just to ungrapple me. I don't understand.
He was trying to tickle you.
It was a
yeah.
good tickle, though. It was a good tickle.
It was a good tickle. Yeah, it was. Necrolumpa, what would you like to do?
Right. I will use Firebolt. So I will move around here and use Firebolt on him.
Okay.
2 times. So I'll hurl a mote of fire towards him and does a 25 hit?
You cast Firebolt and it says Psst, no, and he counterspells.
And I'll do it
I just
again.
got these clothes. You're not gonna burn them.
So I'll do it again.
Okay.
22.
You try to you cast it again, and the firebolt hits a shimmering wall of light around him.
I see.
And you know what?
See. Sorry.
He's just holding shield up.
Right. Okay. Unfortunately, yeah.
I told you, no, you're not gonna destroy my clothes.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
That's very rude.
I'll activate Blade Song for myself. Do I still have it?
And I assume you are on top of that. You are on top of that fountain, correct? As you're doing this, you climbed on that fountain.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
Is there something going to happen to me?
No. I'm just asking. So you're about 5 feet above the ground. What is you casting Blade Song? You said not casting. You're using your Blade Song.
Stand aside. You just.
All right.
Made me be a bit paranoid. Yes, Blade Song. I'll activate it. Is it still active from our last fight or not?
No.
Anymore?
No, it's not.
So,
no.
As a bonus action, I'll activate that, and that would be the end of my turn.
All right. And as you end your turn, he says, okay. So let me see. We have a bard, a chronergy wizard, a necromancer, and a blade singing wizard. Wow. What a kind of collection of, I mean, if I was collecting liches, that's kind of a diversity I was going. And that little mushroom there in the back, I assume is probably a lichen lich. Very cool. Yeah. And then we're just missing an eldritch lich, and then we have all types of liches. Good. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. Now who's gonna die first? Okay. I think the best way of doing this is for everybody here. And give me a second, because now I have to switch songs to this song over here. Because of course it was a bit too long into our session for my roll 20 not to crash. No, I'm gonna say this again. Roll 20. If you guys ever watch this video, please take this as a complaint. Fix your jump gate. We're kind of trying to advertise your product here, and it's looking bad. Come on. Oh boy. Reloading. Come on, jump gate. There you go. All right. All right. He's going to try and banish all 4 of you except Creek. Because, well, he liked your song, Creek. So, Morgan, Necrolumpa, Cyril, and Midge, all of you gotta do a charisma save.
Oh.
DC 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
As you're all very charismatic, I'm sure this should be easy enough.
Yeah.
Morgan is going to counterspell that. No, I may have embarrassed myself, but I'll make up here. Cast at a 7th level.
And he counterspells your counterspell.
I'll counterspell as well. He's counterspell. Give me 1 second.
All right, roll an intelligence. So he's casting this at 8th level, first of all. So Morgan, you just burn a 7th level slot, and
Yep.
you still gotta do a DC 18 intelligence check. Sorry, not save. And the Necrolumpa, you gotta do the same.
I'm doing at 3rd level.
That should be easy enough.
Nat 20.
Are you
Let's go.
excellent?
What is my, what was it? A what? A dex?
It was an intelligence check, a flat
Intelligence.
intelligence check. DC 18 should be easy enough for you.
Is that a saving throw? Sorry.
No, that's a normal check.
A normal check.
Just to see if you can counterspell his counterspell at 8th level.
Where is that? Where is the normal check?
It's just the regular stats at the top.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on it and it's not rolling. Come
Yeah,
on.
right click,
click.
and then click roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. No, a 19. Can I use one of my lucky
That's it.
points?
No, you
That's
need an
it.
innate.
No,
That's
enough.
it. That's enough.
Oh, okay.
That's good, that's good.
Beautiful. I thought it was a 20 again. Oh, okay, 18. Beautiful.
All right. So Necrolumpa, he starts to cast banishment on all of you at 8th level. Morgan counterspells. He counterspells Morgan counterspell. And Necrolumpa, you counterspell his counterspell of Morgan counterspell. And suddenly it just goes there's so much counterspell magic in the room that you just see like the energy blasting boom, as a blast of energy just forms and spreads around the room. I'm gonna give a little blast of impact from 20 feet from the center here in between you and him. Is not gonna get the other ones, but Morgan and Necrolumpa, you gotta do a dex save for me, and so does Mr. Sunfall.
You hear Creek clapping like, oh, look at all that magic.
And the blast just pushes the air aside like a concussion blast, and Mr. Sunfall just bangs his back against the wall and falls and sitting on the ground and says, "Oh, there was a lot of magic there. Wow, cool stuff, guys. Really cool." As he is knocked prone on his ass by the explosion, and he says, "Whew, that's been a long time. I didn't have such a fun encounter."
Very good at dex saves.
Oh, okay, very good, very good, and with that, he concludes his turn. Midge, what would you like to do?
Sorry, guys. Midge will bonus action Shillelagh,
Yeah.
and she will take a trip over. It's 20 feet.
Passing under the massive legs of Cyril.
Yeah. Yeah, she slides under. Imagine like like a fungal infested Yoda. Like that's what she looks like. And she's got her staff. And she's gonna go ahead and smack him upside the. Since he's on the ground, she gets advantage. Am I correct?
She gets advantage. Absolutely.
Yeah. So she's gonna hit him with her staff.
Okay.
And she's going to use a charge as well from her Staff of Withering.
Excellent.
So here's the attack. So 23.
Okay. Describe to us what the attack, how the attack is, what it does.
So, her staff is just. Well, first of all of the spores and the mushrooms and stuff, all of a sudden just hardened to make her staff like not squishy but actually hard, like solid. And she runs, slides under the legs of Cyril, pops back up, and sees him lying on the ground and just hits him right between the legs.
And he just, as you hit him, you notice it does hit, but you notice that there is nothing there but bone.
And so, let's see, hold on. So then damage is here. So that does only 5 damage, but then the Staff of Withering does another 3, so that's 8. But then he needs to do a DC 15 Constitution save, please.
All right. He passed.
Okay. Damn it. It was worth a try. So that's movement, attack. I have 10 feet of movement left.
That's the end of your turn?
No, I have 10 feet left.
Okay.
So she's gonna like run and slide right back behind these guys here.
Okay, you
With
still
her
take an
last-
opportunity attack though.
Oh, I forgot I didn't buy mobile today. Oh, damn it.
Yeah. And
Oh,
as
crap.
an opportunity attack, he is going to cast a spell on you.
Oh, okay.
And as long as the spell is a single target, he can cast on you as you move around. Let me see what
What feat allows him to do that? To cast a
Warcaster.
spell. Oh, okay.
Um,
All right.
mm,
Well, she tried.
it was a good try. Actually, no. He's going to use his paralyzing touch,
Okay.
and that is a 15 to hit. Does that hit you?
No, it does not.
All right, very good. He tries to grab you and paralyze you, but you're faster than him, and he touches your clothes instead of your body, and he ended up not paralyzing anything. As his legendary action at the end of your turn, Midge, he's going to say, okay, you guys are making this interesting. Okay, let's try this again. And he is going to subtle spell banishment at 8th level. As he says, let's try this again. The 4 of you, all except Creek, gotta do a DC 20 charisma save.
I need a nat.
Midge is absolutely going to fail this.
I need a nat. I need
Just
a nat.
so you know.
Oh, I got a 19.
It's a 14.
Yeah. Midge is a -1 modifier on this, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, how about a 1?
I gave you inspiration,
Alright.
Cyril.
Wait, can we
Oh,
not
yeah.
just spell this?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use the
Use
bardic
subtle
inspiration.
spell.
right?
D12,
Use subtle
D12.
spell.
He's subtle
D12.
spelled.
Yeah.
6
that
or higher.
is a 4. That gives me an
Oh.
18.
You fail.
So for those that are watching at home, this is only our second session, and we're still learning how to play these characters.
Yeah.
Cyril, you
That
keep
is
that
true.
inspiration until you pass.
Sweet. Morgan, I think you did a check, not a save.
I did.
That is true. And
It's the same. I'll roll it
It's
again.
the
it's the
Okay.
same. If it's the same, no need to re-roll.
Yeah.
A Necrolumpa. Ooh, by 1 Necrolumpa. You failed that by 1.
Can I,
So everybody
can I
failed.
use a luck point? A lucky point?
Yeah, of course you
Me
can.
too.
Yes.
I don't think it's gonna be better than the 19, but hey.
You have a 10% chance of passing that check.
The 19
Nope.
again.
Oh,
Oh, no.
wow, another 19.
That hurts.
Oh.
All right. And just like that, Creek, it's now
There.
You're the only one there.
just the two of us. Isn't this much nicer?
Just the
now-
two of us.
Now you can show me your tunes and we can sing together. What was the tune you were saying before? Bardic inspiration.
Honestly, you're right about that. I actually figured out something good I could use.
What would you like to do, Creek?
So Creek goes into a song, and as he sings this song, he's gonna cast Otto's Irresistible Dance. Let me just sing the song first for you. As you just see Creek going like, "What can I say except you're welcome for the inspiration you see? There's no need to pray, it's okay, you're welcome. Because that inspiration is me. What can you say except you're welcome, you're welcome." And I'm gonna cast Otto's Irresistible Dance as I sing. And as Creek just starts dancing.
Did you just
Excellent.
sing You're Welcome from Moana?
Yes.
Oh my god. You're the best, dude.
All right.
I've never used this spell before, but I think he does the save on his action, on his turn, since it's not immediate.
Okay. Yes, you choose. There you go. You choose one creature you can see within range. The target begins a comic dance, in place, and shuffling, tapping your feet, and capering for the duration. And creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this spell. A dancing creature must use all its movement to dance without leaving its space and has disadvantage on dex saving throws and attack rolls. While the target is affected by this spell, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls and saving throws. So it's like the conga line. The moment you see a conga line, you just want to go with everybody. It's kind of like that.
There's a limbo.
So-
yeah. Limbo
So if-
lower now.
All right. But Creek, unfortunately, as you cast this spell, you realize you're casting this spell against a lich. Creek, you're a lich. You should know better. You should know this creature can't be charmed.
Creek is still gonna dance thinking he's charmed. Just come dance
All
along
right.
with me. This is such a great tune I'm singing.
And he says to you, "Oh, those are actually some cool. I mean, those are some very cool moves. Oh, I kind of feel like learning, but my hips, they just don't work the same anymore. I got already 3 hips replacement.
You know, there's some exercises I do. I could share some with you. I've been a lich for centuries, and these exercises keep me grooving.
Oh, all right, cool, yeah, sure. I would love to learn. By the way, is that thing you're holding is that what is that? Is there a bracelet of rock magic? That's so cool.
Yeah, I use it more as an accessory. I honestly I don't want to be petrified from it, but hey, it looks nice, you know.
Cool, yeah, it does looks really cool. I might want to borrow it, for a period of time that extends to forever, if you don't mind. As these are usually curse, I'll probably have to remove the curse from you, but I don't mind. I'm a lich. What a curse is gonna do to me?
Well, since we got some time since the others are away, tell me, is there's... I know we probably shouldn't be fighting and it's a little pointless. Why don't we talk things out?
Okay, all right. And he stands up from the ground, kind of pats down his clothes, taking out a bit of the dust, and says, "Ah, I got myself wet. I just got these, and all the time you have no idea how many I like this style, and then I buy these clothes, and then every time I have a fight, I have to buy new clothes. I have a demi-plane full of copies of this attire, and this one I just got before coming here, and look at this, it's already dirty, and now I'm gonna have to replace it."
Oh, you don't know prestidigitation or mending? That's what I use to keep my clothes. I barely keep them. I barely have to replace them because of those two.
It's never the same, And once you do prestidigitation, you're always gonna be thinking, it's the magic, it's not real. It's just. Okay. So, what do you want to talk about?
So I'll be a little honest with this.
And as you says that, he bonus action. As you start to say, he bonus action 30 feet away, towards this entrance. Bonus action, misty step. Says, keep talking. I'm listening to you. Keep going.
Well, I will be honest. I did hear the Whisper One's plea. I mean, not plea, broadcasts. And I do apologize for lying, but yes, I am interested in joining the Whispered One. That's another lie, Legend.
You can roll a deception. And he seems, I would think this is not the right approach, but I'm a lich. I never take the right approach to anything. So who am I to judge? So you want to join the cult? This is not the entrance. This is not the place. I'm not the guy to sign you up. You gotta go to the castle, to the Neverwinter castle, and talk to whoever is the exarch at the moment.
Yeah, I was terrible with instructions. Like, when I found that priest, I was, unrelated and everything, and I didn't even know, that was someone you're going for, and just one thing led to another, and now I'm here. But that's good to know. Where is this castle for the Exarch?
Oh, yeah, the castle is just in the surface, so you're gonna have to come back from where you came from, and then it's the big building with a flag, with the symbol of the cult in it. It's the biggest building in town. Can't miss it. Big, massive Gothic towers. Gothic now because we repainted the whole thing. I gotta say, the Whisper One is really he really cares a lot about his branding, because you have no idea the amount of hours we spent redecorating this town. Do you think this tunnel was always like this, covered with bones? And no, it was not. It was not. I had to put 50 zombies working here for 2 months in order to make these tunnels this cool. But they look cool now, don't they? Look at that entrance. It has skulls all over. I mean, no. You can tell anything about me. You can tell anything about me. But the one thing you can't tell me is that I'm a guy who doesn't know how to make an entrance. Look at that entrance. Look at that entrance. I really know how to make an entrance.
As a guy who likes style and flavor, I'm impressed the amount of materials you've used for this. It does go well with the theme. Look at all those skulls and how they're placed, too. Did you do that, or did you have someone give you some, recommendations for the entranceway?
Actually, there's a little. There's a very little opportunities to be creative in this job, so I took the opportunity, and got myself a little bit inspired with all the Gothic necro thing. And as he's saying this, his subtle spells feeble mind towards you, and you gotta do an intelligence save, DC 20.
All right, let's do it.
As he blasts your mind. You're gonna take 18 points of psychic damage. By the way, yeah,
I'm gonna use luck point.
yeah, probably a good idea.
All right, luck point number 2. Am I really gonna have to use my last one? All right. Oh man, I'm gonna be dumb.
And as he subtle spells feeble mind into you, you take 18 points of psychic damage. And on a failed save, the creature's intelligence and charisma scores become 1.
Ooh.
The creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature can, however, identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them. At the end of 30 days, the creature can repeat its saving throw against this spell. If it succeeds on the saving throw, the spell ends. The spell can also be ended by a greater restoration, heal, or wish spell. So, suddenly, Creek, as you're talking to him, you realize that now you're just talking in your mind. Your body is unresponsive, and it starts to drool. And your senses in your mind start to go numb. You forgot how to talk. You forgot how to think. And he says, "Oh, what is happening there? If it looks like you're having a stroke." "Oh, okay. It's a shame. You were kind of a nice bard. Well, sorry to have to completely disable you, but sometimes you gotta follow your duty, you know. And the Whisper One is quite a severe boss, and he has high expectations of everybody. So I'm afraid I had to do that to you, but nope, nothing personal. I really enjoy the music, and I wish you, all the best in your future, whatever that may be."
I strike a note on my guitar.
And he walks towards that dark entrance and disappears. And as he does so, Creek, suddenly someone deprived you of everything that was ever yours. Your intelligence and your charisma. Your very high charisma. Your spell casting. A lich without a spell casting. A few moments pass, and the remainder of your party simply returns to the place where they were before. And you guys realize you have been banished for a little bit of a minute. And as you look at Creek, he's just standing there, looking at you dumbfounded, drooling from a corner of his mouth. And he seems not to understand language anymore, as he's trying to talk, but nothing comes out. You are all out of initiative.
Well, that sucked.
Freak, buddy, can you tell us what happened?
Freak just plays a random note on his guitar.
Does anyone speak
Legend?
musician?
Can Morgan do Can Legend do an Arcana check to see what's up with them?
Yeah, of course.
I can do Fibble Mind.
27.
So I wonder if I can.
You
Sorry,
can do an
roll
Arcana
twice.
check, yeah?
27.
All right. And Cyril, you have no idea what happened to him. For all you can tell, you just need to slap him. And make him feel better. And Necrolumpa, you recognize the signs immediately. And both you and Morgan almost at the same time thought about the same thing, but you said it first. Oof, she beat you to the punch, Morgan.
Midge slaps him just because.
Cyril slaps him as well.
She doesn't even do an Arcana check. She just jumps up and just slaps him in the face.
Hey, any opportunity to slap Creek. Necrolumpa, you say he was feeble-minded, and Morgan, you know when it's just about to come out of your mouth and someone beat you to the punch. It just feels so frustrating. You knew as well, Morgan, not just Necrolumpa.
Morgan's going, well, I believe that none of us can cast Heal to help him. We can't cast Wish, but as we're liches and, we have a certain thing to refill, we got to play who's drawing the short straw.
Do we use Greater Restoration? Does anyone have Greater Restoration? Do we use that for liches?
It's only end. Oh, Greater Restoration 2. I didn't see that.
I think
I have it.
You do?
You have
That
it.
won't do us much good there, buddy.
Alright. Morgan's gonna. Morgan is gonna. He's gonna think. Oh, I really didn't want it. I have a ace and. Morgan's gonna take a step away from the group. He's gonna open up his cursed Librum of Souls and Flesh. He is then going to expend 3 charges.
As you open, there is something written in a page that you hadn't noticed before, Morgan. And I'm going to write it down here to you, what it says.
Okay. Oh yeah, because it's a cursed book. Oh my god, that's so cool. Just give me a moment, guys. I lost my finger.
So Midge looks at you guys and says, I can help him tomorrow, but I can't do it today.
Cyril's just gonna slap him again and hope for the best.
Creek just plays a different note on his guitar.
So if we take a long rest, Midge can prepare Greater Restoration. She just doesn't have it prepared right now.
I don't think that. I think we take him with us regardless. It'd be nice with the peace and quiet. I say we move forward with Creek the Dribble.
Creek the Dribble.
I mean, why don't we just go through the door?
Yeah.
He's not here anymore.
And we will drag Creek the Dribble with us.
Or should we leave and take and regroup and figure out what the hell we do next?
Midge, we are liches. We do not back down, especially from Vecna. If we run now, he'll A, know we're afraid, and B, know we're pussies, frankly, and we're not like that. We are the baddest liches in all the land. We are going and taking Creek the Dribble with us.
King Dribble, let's go.
All right.
Creek just hops over.
Vokar just showed up.
Oh my god.
What happened, guys?
What the heck did you come from?
Yeah. Sometimes I just show up out of nowhere. That's kind of my
Yeah.
thing.
We just got our asses handed to us.
Oh, really? By whom? I could use some extra asses. I've lost mine a long time ago.
What was his name? Sun something?
Sunfo, I believe.
Sunfo, yeah.
Downfall.
Never heard of.
Bit of a fashionista.
Oh, look at that. What happened to Creek?
Got feeble-minded.
So, sorry. When I do this kind of things, I have no idea where I am. Where are you guys now?
Neverwinter in the cemetery.
We're in a
Oh.
Down in the catacombs of Neverwinter.
And as he comes towards you, Midge, you've noticed that he simply passes through you like a ghost. And that's when you realize this is a projection.
Oh.
Very good.
Oh! Phew, looks quite different from when I was here. To be fair, I never saw all this decoration with bones. Oh, they're really taking the necromantic team seriously. Wow. Okay. Alright. So, I have some news for you guys. I discovered that there is another piece of the rod somewhere. Oh, it even displeases me to say, but it's with the Spider Queen. So
Oh.
good luck. Yeah. So yeah, now you know. You have one with Primus, one with Spider Queen. Those look. You guys would be looking forward to those pleasant conversations about how you want to get the rod back and blah blah blah. Oh, is there anything you would like to tell me before I go?
Can you help us with Creek?
Oh, what do you mean?
Can
I
you
mean,
can you cast some greater restoration on him?
Oh, not like this, dear. This is my projection form. I would have to be physically here, which I'm not stupid enough to be. Oh, not saying that you guys are stupid, of course. Just saying that I wouldn't be able to show up there because of the circumstances you know of. That I want to keep it secret about someone you know who, not knowing that I'm you know what. And well, it seems like his normal self. What is happening? What is the problem?
He seems unable to speak.
Oh, really? I thought he was just making those funny faces to me again. Okay. Well, it's probably the effect of a spell or something. Can't you guys just guess the greater restoration or?
Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. I don't have it prepared. I gotta do it tomorrow.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we
You
are
see,
liches.
Midge, preparation is everything.
Well, with liches, greater restoration doesn't really seem that important.
Well, you can always wish cast it. That's isn't that the Lich's backup plan for everything? Alright, see you guys later.
5 card.
So what are we gonna do?
We're going through the
I
store.
let her know.
Check the gate, yeah.
Are we gonna keep following him?
I think we wait. Maybe to get Creek back.
Yeah, I'm kind of in favor. Let's head back up.
I'm
And,
just
I mean,
questioning.
you can't see what is beyond that dark entrance.
Yeah, I'm just questioning as liches. We would even care if Creek is dust like this, and we'd be like, "No, we're liches. We're selfish. We'd be going after Vecna."
True. Very true.
Well,
Very
yeah.
true.
There is always that moral conundrum. Am I enough selfish that I would do this by myself and screw the others? Or are you the kind of lich that thinks that the others are still useful to make your, to decrease your efforts and accomplish that objective, and therefore they're useful to you? And if they're useful to you, you have an incentive to try and help them for the time being.
Yeah.
Do we still have telepathic bond?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very much.
Well, how about, because I'm really curious, guys. How about I go through the through the gate, and you stay here? And I
Wait.
check
Does
it out.
maybe Ronaldo? Can Ronaldo help?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's upstairs.
Yeah, but I mean,
Midge,
if
why do you wanna help? I thought you were a mean lich, and you kind of seem soft, almost empathetic, and kind. You're not a lich.
I'm not feeling well today, so I'm kind of not myself.
Well, Necrolumpa, if you want to go through that gate, I'm going to join you because, honestly, Creek is great, but he's slowing me down right now.
He's gonna follow us anyway, and if we do find the guy again, I will use Wish and do Greater Restoration on Creek. So we should be fine.
Am I forced to follow them? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you are.
Yes, I think so too. We're leading you. You're not following, you're being led.
I'm a lich, not a sheep.
Wait, I think it's written. Wait, I don't know. How is it, Legend? I think it's written in Fibblemind that you can recognize us and follow us, but then again, I don't know.
Yeah, he can recognize
friends.
friendly creatures to him.
And if he
Are we
doesn't
friendly,
want to
though?
follow
Let's be real.
us,
Do you want to follow them?
I play a note and I start following them.
Hero's going to edge closer to the gate.
All right.
okay.
As you all notice that as you're climbing through the gate, there's an eerie breeze that comes from the inside, like this cold air. It feels more than just your normal dark, dangerous place. This, as you approach the portal, you've noticed that this feels very, very cold. And well, that's when, Creek, you realize that you are alone with Morrigan, Midge, Necrolumpa, Cyril. You blink your eye, and well, I gotta say that happens very rarely, which means it was a forced blink, not by the DM, by the circumstances, and the circumstances force you to blink, and as they do, as you open your eyes, you suddenly see Ronaldo. You also find yourselves in a place that is somewhat alien. It looks like some sort of tower that has been taken down. Around this tower you see it seems like a clock tower that has been taken down. The place seems a bit alien, almost like a demiplane. You've noticed that you have no idea how you've been transported here so fast. That is what seems to be a clockwork device, but it's broken. That is this orrery object just a few meters, or I should say just a few feet ahead
Up here?
of you. Yeah. And the clock releases this strange, weirdly strange necromantic energy, all greenish, that keeps emanating from the clock. The clock is not working, and around you, all you see is what seems to be astrospace or the astro sea. And you have no idea how you ended up here. And but Ronaldo suddenly says, "Oh no, I was almost catching the moth."
How did you get here?
Where is here?
Yeah, good question.
Can Morgan still talk to them telepathically from the telepathic bond, or is that
No.
severed now? No?
Are we
Okay.
in a different
Why?
plane then? Because telepathic bond
Yep.
doesn't work if we're in a different plane.
That is correct. So you can deduce very quickly that you are in a different plane. Morgan, back in the catacombs, are you crossing the threshold of that door?
Morgan's gonna link hands with Creek and say, "Come on, Creek. It's just the two of us, but with your, I was gonna say tunes, with your dribble and my wit, we can manage this all on our own."
Creek drools 3 centimeters and walks.
All right.
Oh, I didn't know.
And he'd start
So-
taking notes of the amount of drool for each answer, is it?
Yes, you should. Maybe he's more scolding through the length of the drooling.
Genius, Creek. Genius, I tell you.
All right. Let's cut back to Necrolumpa, Zero, and Midge as you try to figure out. And Ronaldo takes his wig and continues to take the fleas you put it on his wig. Midge, as he's just trying to clean his wig.
Oh, no, it was better the other way. If you need more, I can always give them to you.
I'm okay, thank you.
Well, shall we look around? I'm curious what this thing is over here. And Midge will start walking that way.
Cyril's gonna agree and follow along.
All right. Midge is now standing in front of it. Can I roll? What is my best here? My best thing is perception. Can I roll perception to look around? Investigation.
Yeah, by all means.
Let's do investigation.
Okay.
She's not good at Arcana. 22.
Okay. You're looking
me, I'm
at this
sorry.
you're no problem. you're looking at this orrery in front of you, and you realize it has each one of the golden plates has the destination of an outer plane written in it. And in the center, there is this what seems to be a planet or a sun, particularly strange, but you suspect this might be related to Toro somehow, given that the outer planes that they're mentioned here seem to be linked to the pantheon of Toro. This doesn't really make a lot of sense, the place where you are, and it's and most strangely to you, Midge, is how the hell did you get here? There are very little magic in the multiverse that can just, take 4 creatures and throw them into a completely random place. Midge, as you are looking into the details of this, you realize something. The dice that hold this structure afloat has some carvings in it. These are magical glyphs, and they are not written in the same language, and they seem to have been scratched into the stone. And you've noticed that they seem to be saying something in a language you don't recognize. Even though you speak 6 languages, that's not one of those.
I was just looking. I was like, "Are you sure?" I speak a lot of languages.
Yep, yeah, there are a lot more in the multiverse, and he's as you look at that, as you look at the dice and the scribbles in it, it is particularly strange. The only thing you can deduce from it is that they seem to be some sort of accounting or math, or someone was really just trying to register some sort of math here. And it goes all around this hexagonal dice. This is the base that is holding this orrery on top. And it goes all around.
Question, Cyril, your chronomancy, is that correct?
Chronology, yeah.
I mean, that's more, I'm just saying this, that's more mathematics based than my nature stuff. So I'm wondering if you might have a better chance of discovering things around here.
Of course.
Just because I'm nature based, yeah.
Cyril's is going to take his eyes off of the giant clock to the north. Fascinated by it. Is going to look at Midge and say, "What have you discovered?"
Well, first of all, this looks like it's like a planar travel thing, but there are a bunch of glyphs all over. Look like they've been scratched, so like they weren't originally part of the structure. It's in a language that I don't speak. I do speak a few languages, but I'm just wondering if it might be a little bit more up your alley, because I don't see any trees around here.
And can I do an Arcana or investigation check on the glyphs?
Investigation. Well, you don't recognize the language, I can tell you up front.
Okay.
You don't speak whatever language that is. Neither do you, Necrolumpa. You can both roll either perception or investigation.
Investigation.
Whichever you prefer.
That is a 27.
Nice. See, I knew you'd be able to do more.
All right. Cyril, not the orrery or the base of this structure that draws your attention. What draws your attention is that this is a clockwork place, and this is a it's a clockwork tower, and it's a clock tower. You haven't seen many of these across the multiverse. They are really not a thing. But there are certain places, for instance, in Mechanis and in other places in the multiverse, like in Eberron, where you find this more easily. They are rare, and as you were looking around, the necromantic energy coming from the main clock seemed to have been the remains of some sort of spell casted on that clock. You can see that the colors here are distorted, and you can start to analyze that time here is not passing at the same pace as everywhere else, if it is passing at all. You know, very few creatures in the multiverse would be able to create a place like this. This is not a natural place. Looking around at the structure, it seems that this tower was once whole, and something broke it. Something destroyed this place. You feel that this might have been a place created to hold something, to keep something away from the multiverse. And whatever was kept in here managed to escape.
Okay. I'm going to explain my findings to the group and say, let's proceed with caution, guys. The amount of power needed to slow and distort time like this is unreal.
As I said, I'm kind of a fish out of water around here. So, do you mind taking the lead here, Cyril?
Absolutely.
But it looks like there's a staircase underneath the big clock. I wonder if that goes somewhere.
Yeah, I agree. Let's investigate.
Necrolumpa, you said something, but I couldn't hear because it was very low.
Yeah, I wanted to roll an Arcana check to understand more what this place could be.
Of course, go ahead.
Oh, that was such a bad roll.
Woo!
Now, Necrolumpa, as this seems to be in the astral plane, a place where you spent most of your life, I will allow you to roll that with advantage.
Can I give her guidance? I meant to do that.
Sure.
All right, guidance, so you get an extra D4.
So you can roll a D4 and add to that.
So bad. Okay. Thank you for that. 1 second. D4. 3. So 19.
Okay. Necrolumpa, as Cyril is telling you those things, you heard about prisons and places like this being created in the astral plane. For instance, there is one such dominion that was created almost like a house arrest to keep Cyric, the god of deception, inside, locked inside in the astral plane. That was a prison created by the gods to keep him after he assassinated Mystra. And, well, you know that story very well. That's the whole reason why you went after Vecna in the first place. But, hey, without taking too long of a tangent, you've noticed that this place could potentially have been a prison in the Astral Sea. Prison created to contain something. But whatever was contained here apparently broke the entire prison in order to escape. By the way, things are just floating around here. You've noticed that you are somewhere in the Astral Sea, and there is nothing really nearby, but you also notice that you can potentially move with your mind, with your will. In the astral sea, you can just fly at a speed that is equal 3 times your intelligence score in feet. So you can just fly around if you want to, and you do the check. You start to focus your mind, and suddenly your feet stop touching the ground, and you realize that indeed you are in the astral sea, and this was some sort of prison.
Does Midge realize she's in the astral sea as well? She's
Do
never
you
been
share
here
that
before.
with? Do you share that with
I
her?
was just about to say, yeah, I share that with both of them. Am I metagaming if I'm asking this question? You tell me if you want to answer or not. Is this like a demi-plane kind of thing?
It's not. It's not a demiplane. It's, for what you can deduce. At first, it looked like a demiplane because it looks too alien, and someone would have created this. But now you realize that no, this is some sort of a place that was created in the astral sea to try and contain something, and whatever it was trying to contain managed to break the place and escape. And now this is just like a ghost place floating through the astral sea, drifting through the astral sea as you are. And as you arrive here, you realize that whatever was here broke, but given the amount of necromantic magic in that clock that remains from some sort of spell, and it doesn't really matches the rest of the place. You imagine that there's something really powerful that was contained here and was broken, just like the prisons you heard are created in the astral sea to contain the gods, and dominions to contain the gods, and this kind of stuff.
I will try to dispel magic on the clock.
Oh my.
Okay. At what level are you casting that?
4th level.
Okay. Very good. You cast dispel magic on the clock, and you notice that the little nebula that is around the clock, the green energy emanating from the clock, just moves around and shifts, just like a puff of smoke, and there is nothing really specifically happen. You've noticed that those are just the remains, the remaining energy of some sort of powerful spell, but it's not active. There is no magical effect active on the clock.
So it's like magical residue almost?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh. Interesting. Midge will, once you realize, well, I don't know if we want to try this, but we did need to go try and find that dead god here in the astral sea. I don't know if this is connected, but that is someplace we gotta find.
Very true. Very true. How would you suggest we go on?
I think Volkar gave us like a like
He
a
gave us the coordinates.
location, yeah, for the So I don't know.
He gave a description, and if you focus on that description, you will navigate. But this is the astral sea.
Yeah,
you can spend your whole life navigating here until you get to a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your whole one life navigating here. I mean, after you know that after about 6 days without feeding your phylactery, you're probably going to become a demi-lich.
Yeah.
But let's say if I have in mind that I want to get to this god, dead god, would it take me here, or I would start moving towards a different location?
I
guess
it would
here.
Once, if you follow the description he gave you, you will find the dead god. If you visualize in your mind, it will move until you find the dead god. Now, you will move at the speed of that you move in the astral sea. So if that dead god is 400 million miles away from you, by the time you arrive there, you are a demi-lich.
We need a spelljammer ship.
Yep.
Yeah. And for those in the audience who don't know, one of the caveats of being a lich, there are a lot of good things about being a lich: being powerful, having true sight, being immune to a bunch of conditions. But there are two main cons for about being a lich. The first one is healing spells kind of suck because they don't heal undead. There's very niche type of spells that heal undead. And second, you have to feed your phylactery, your soul jar, or whatever is the name they want to call that now. And that means you have to take a soul in order to feed into your phylactery, and that's what keeps the lich's body immortal. If the body is destroyed, the body is just recreated near their phylactery a few days later. And that's what makes liches so dangerous, because they're technically mortal. You can defeat them and they'll be back 1 week later. Now, if a lich doesn't feed their phylactery at least once a day, if they don't feed a soul to their phylactery, they start to observe the effects of the decay reaching them. And eventually, after 6 days without feeding their phylacteries, and on the 6th day, they become a demi-lich.
Yeah.
And that is
Oh boy.
NPC at the DM's control, and it's just a little skull floating through the multiverse of D&D without a very clear purpose.
Right.
Well, what do you say we check out this staircase up here?
I agree. Let's investigate the what's the remains of the clock tower.
And Ronaldo approaches the orrery, and he starts to examine as well, as he's trying to figure out what does it say.
It's about time you show up there, buddy.
And he says, this is not any language that I speak of, and such terrible crafting. And then he looks a little bit closer. Oh, wait. I mean, their calligraphy is terrible, but this might be just a person with a terrible case of deep speech cursive. It does look like deep speech.
Ah, damn it. I speak Abyssal. Okay.
I can't really understand their calligraphy, though. I'm sorry. It's just so terrible. I can't read. I can see some elements of deep speech, but I can't really understand.
Do any of you have comprehend languages?
Comprehend languages would allow him to
Speak, isn't it?
yeah, it would allow him to understand the language, but if someone wrote this in a coded way, in a cryptic way, then that is not going to allow him to decode.
Okay.
What does it say, Ronaldo, from your most educated guess?
Well, I think these are some sort of magical glyphs or something, or some wizard came here and made some calculations about a destination and or a place to go. That's what I can assert from this, but it's just an educated guess, of course.
Of course.
And that's my best
It's great. It's really good. Now, This is above the table because I'm not familiar. What exactly does an orrery do?
So it's like a navigation device that you use to track the positions of astral bodies.
Okay. But we can't actually use it to travel anywhere. Am I correct?
No,
Like,
it's
this
more
system.
it's more like a mechanical model of like a solar system or
Like a map almost.
yeah, it's like a 3D map. It's like a mechanical model that you use to track the position of certain bars in relation to the other. So, for instance, if you take one of these circles and you move around, you're going to notice that the other ones move around as well, so that they show you the relative position of one astral body in relation to the other. In this case, you have Toro, what seemed to be Toro, in the middle, and as you move around, that big the big band with the names of the outer planes move around as well. So you know where the outer planes are relatively to that planet in the center as you move it around. So it seems like it's a way to it's a navigation tool for you to find things in space. But it's very mechanical. Has nothing magical about it. It just moves around because someone created in a way that the pieces just move together.
Yeah, Midge has never been like this. Is her first time out here. Like this is all new to her. So
Can we take note of the location that
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I have a spell book, so I was just curious if I can just like make some notes of like try to
Absolutely. I mean, you can copy and you can copy what is written in the base as well and so on, even though you don't understand.
Like the location of how they would move everything around.
Yeah. Well, the location where they move, it's a bit difficult for you to take note because you can take note of the position the orrery is right now without you guys moving it around. Because as you move it around, it just predicts the relative positions and motions of all the outer planes and so on, and it just becomes a bit random. So if you want to track every single position, would be like you'd spend the whole spell book just writing about it.
What is there a way to figure out like where it's pointing to right now? Like the position is currently?
Well, Midge, remind our audience, where are you from?
I'm from oh my god. Just the material plane.
Which one?
I'm sorry, I'm really blanking right now.
No problem. Where so I see that Midge went to Strixhaven.
Yes, she did. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So should I assume you come from that material plane?
Yes.
From the Ravnica material plane. Okay. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's the Arcavius material plane. It's located on the continent on Orintia. So okay. So you don't recognize the positions because this is you assume based on the Pantheon and your investigation that this is related to Toro.
Yeah.
And not to Arcavius. Okay.
Got it.
I'm gonna suggest we explore the clock tower.
Yeah. We'll come back to this.
Yeah.
Okay, Ronaldo is also taking notes, and he's taking conspicuous notes about very detailed notes about everything. And as you start stepping into that tower, you suddenly feel there is this massive presence filling the space. Suddenly the air, if you can say that, just becomes dense with some sort of energy. And standing behind you, just like in a blink of an eye, is this majestic, silvery creature that looks like a dragon.
Oh God.
And very silent, just like out of the blue, you can see the streaks of colorful scales that reflect all sorts of, and refract, I should say, light in all sorts of colors, as whatever silvery cover this creature has over it. And it says,
"What are you guys doing here?"
We don't even know where here is. We just walk through a door and boom, we're here. Where are we?
Well, Mitch, this used to be a prison that I've built in the Astral Sea. It failed catastrophically.
Wait. How do you know my name?
Well, I remember meeting you
Wait.
in the future.
In the future.
Cyril, this is more up your alley, bud.
Cyril, you don't want to believe your eyes, as this is one of those, like, I'm meeting a celebrity moment where you just realize you're standing in front of an ancient time dragon. Maybe even more than that. As he's telling you that he built this, and based on, his appearance, you imagine that, is this Chronapsis?
Oh no.
Cyril's going to drop to one knee in awe of the beauty that is before him and say, "Oh, mighty time dragon, we are unsure how we came across this place. We were in a different plane, and next minute we appeared here, all four of us."
Well, it's very strange. This is a very specific and abandoned place. I've built this prison in the Astral Sea to contain your enemy, Cyril. And a long time ago,
Who did he build it to contain? I didn't understand.
My enemy Vecna, is it?
yes,
Oh,
And-
okay.
I've built this prison out of time in order to contain Vecna, as he was he was threatening a lot of the timelines that I oversee. And he's a very elusive and powerful creature, and he managed to destroy the prison, and he fled from it. Up to this day, I still don't know how exactly he done that. But yeah, this is a prison out of time, and it's drifting through space. It's been abandoned for millennia now. It's particularly strange because it was like a fluke. Suddenly I felt your presence in this place. This place hasn't had anyone in so long. And it wasn't really in my memory that you had arrived here in the future. Which makes me think someone is playing around with reality and timelines, which makes me a bit pissed, I must say, as it's part of my job to make sure no one fucks around with the timeline that I oversee.
And
But if someone is doing that, they might be doing that to. It could be Vecna himself. These days, as he's reshaping the multiverse to his will, there's very little creatures that can stand in his way. Me being one of them. It's very strange. He might be. But why would he just drop all of you here? That's strange. Anyway, you're in the wrong place. Definitely the wrong time. This is a place out of time, so the time you're spending here is not passing anywhere else. And until you leave a certain range out of this place, it will continue to be like that. You will... and if you drift into the deeper astral sea, then you will... time will come back and return to you eventually once you reach a material plane in the astral sea. In general, you won't see the effects of time applying to anything. But anyway, since I have you all here, how is your mission going? I must say I have an invested interest in your success, weirdly enough.
We were in the middle of our mission in search of one of the rods when we appeared here. So my question to you, O powerful one, is: if this place once held Vecna, is there a possibility that it could hold him again?
Absolutely not.
What if it was to be repaired?
I mean, I could build 100 of these and you would still break out, now more easily than ever. When I've tried to contain him here, I was, at the time, I was younger. I thought I could intervene to fix time. But with age comes wisdom, and I've realized that the more you try to fix time, the more you try to fix the timelines, the worse it gets. It just ripples all throughout the tapestry of reality, and it's just endless amount of work to try. I mean, if it's little things here and there, maybe it has a better chance of working. But the bigger is your ambition when you're trying to fix something, the bigger the backlash on you. So now I've grown wise enough to know that if I couldn't contain Vecna here as an arch-lich, I definitely cannot contain him now that he is a deity.
Okay, thank you for the...
Why were we sent here, though? So weird.
Did you create that orrery as well? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, this is part of the decoration. I've actually, this tower was not in the Astral Sea originally. I had created this tower for some followers back in Portal. But then I just took the tower and brought to the Astral Sea and then used it to make a sort of dominion to lock Vecna in. And it worked it's a bit of a strange way of calculating things when something is out of time, but I would say if you were sitting in Total, it would probably have worked for about 300, 400 years. Depending on where you were in the multiverse, that might have been less or more. But Vecna was kind of out of commission for quite some time outside of this tower, where time was passing. But yeah, it turns out that it didn't work. Hey, at least I learned with my mistakes, right?
Yeah. Help us get somewhere? Kind of stuck.
Somewhere.
Could you bring us back to our timeline?
Oh yeah. You you can get yourselves there, no? Aren't you? I mean, I remember you're powerful wizards. You can cast wish and whatnot. Oh, that's probably what you brought you here. That would explain. A wish spell would fly under my radar, and I wouldn't be able to detect. And it would have brought you here. And that would have bypassed my vision of all the possible futures.
I
And everything
didn't
that's
cast
happening.
wish.
Well, you would have to know what here is. There are only a few creatures in the multiverse that knows that this place exists. And it used to be a prison for Vecna. Myself, Vecna, at that time, Kaz maybe knows about this place. A few gods. Vecna used to have this exarch named Volkar, also knew about this place. And yeah, this is pretty much everybody.
Volkar? Go ahead,
Have you heard of
Necrolumpa.
Sunfall? His name was Sunfall.
Yeah, I heard about everybody. I mean, if you ask me, I'm gonna know the names of everybody because I observe all the timelines and all the realities, and my memory is infinite. So I remember the future, the past, and the present all together. I know every single thing you have done or will ever do, unless it's a completely new trad that was created by someone impulsive decision. Like when someone casts a wish spell or try to rewrite reality. I cannot anticipate that.
Wait, so do you know this Sunfall guy or not?
Yeah, Mr. Sunfall. I heard about it. Well, why is this relevant?
So did
I know
about,
a guy.
Did you know about this place?
Probably not. He was created after this place had already been destroyed, unless Vecna told him. Which I assume Vecna didn't, because Vecna doesn't want anyone to see his weaknesses.
So that's why we're here, to learn about some weaknesses, possibly.
Well, if that is the case, then these weaknesses are clearly not weaknesses since he's broke this place down to flee, and apparently he's a god now, so
If we can weaken him enough to get these, to prevent him from being strong enough to break out, maybe this could be another prison for him.
yeah, I don't think that would work. My power is not enough to stop Vecna. He is more powerful than I am now. To certain things.
Okay.
Well, not trying to be a cliche, but I have to go back to my affairs, and I wish you good luck, and I'm really cheering for you guys. I mean, more often than not you die in this quest, but like you properly extinguish and obliterate it, but there are a few timelines where you succeed, so I hope you're experiencing those. I wish you luck in your future, and well, good luck going back. I think if you could just plane shift or teleport or wish or whatever you want, it's really not worth it my magic to send you back in time. You would just ripple the tapestry of reality, and I really don't want to do that. So, good luck, guys.
Wait. So, oh, God.
He's gone.
Of course he is.
Necrolumpa, don't you have plane shift?
I do, yeah.
Can you get us back?
I thought of from the moment we arrived here. I was thinking, yeah, plane shift back.
But my question is, can we still explore up in these, or was...
Might as well.
Yeah.
Since we're here.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. We may as well see what there is to discover here before we try and leave.
Yeah.
So, ahead of you, what you see is actually the ceiling of the building blocking the entrance, because the bridge where you are apparently breached to a window, and that piece of the bridge just touches the ceiling of the building in the inner part. So there is it's blocked. The passage is blocked.
Okay. Ronaldo, we're leaving. Come on.
Oh my, that was quite a sight, huh? That chronepsis thing. Oh, I could barely talk. I was so struck by... I was really awestruck by his beauty and... Oh, such a magnificent creature.
Yeah, I really wanted to throw some bugs on him, but I figured he'd probably kill me.
I mean, if he keeps an eye on all timelines, he'd predict it, so you'd miss.
Yeah.
So how are we going back? Necrolumpa, can you send us back?
Yeah, plane shift. Plus the plane shift.
Okay. And Necrolumpa, so you're planning shift.
Oh, none of us.
You're plane shifting back to Neverwinter, right?
Yeah, to where we were.
All right. Okay.
Where we left Morgan and Creek.
Hold hands with Necrolumpa because yes, that's a necessary part of the spell. You all have hold hands and do a little circle. And Necrolumpa, describe your spell to us.
So we all hold hands, and I just say, "Let's travel." That would be my verbal. And then we blink, 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 disappear.
And blink, 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 you disappear. And all of you find yourselves at the entrance of the catacombs. Morgan, to you, not more than a few seconds have passed since your companions have blinked out of existence. And you just passed through that door, and on the other side, what you found was a cave in which there is an entrance to a small chapel inside that cave. As you headed, Morgan, as you look around, and suddenly they reappear behind you, just as if they have been teleported. Even Ronaldo. What would you guys like to say to Morgan?
No.
First off, I'm going to check my scorpion armor to make sure Mage hasn't planted any bugs in there. And I'm just going to say, phew, not too many, as I shake them out of my boot, I'm sure.
Where did you lot go? Me and Creek were left alone, and he dribbled on my metacarpals.
Yeah, Creek drooled in increments of 3 centimeters sneakily towards Morgan.
Watch out, it's difficult terrain there. Oh, it's slippery there. What? Lich has got your tongue. Well, where'd you go?
Well, we went to this kind of floating watch clock tower place. We don't know how we got there, but then we met Chronepsis.
Chronepsis. He's my. I know who Chronepsis is. I have funnily enough, Midge, I have in Wild Space, I have a pet sun dragon, and he talks about Chronepsis all the time.
Well, Cyril might be able to explain it a little bit better. It's kind of over my head. I don't really know.
Right, Cyril, spill the beans.
We were brought to a what seemed to be a prison of some sort, or better yet, was a prison.
Sorry, guys.
Chronepsis.
Just a second before we continue the conversation. Legend, if I cast Wish to do greater restoration on Creek, is there like any like? Does it do it automatically, or is there like? Do I have to?
Yeah,
be
that's
careful
a standard. Yeah, you're casting a spell of 8 level or lower. There's no risk to it.
So could I do that before, so he can like be
Participate on the conversation. Yeah.
Listen to everything that's happened.
All right, by all means. What are you casting? What are you wish casting?
Yeah, so wish casting greater restoration on Creek, so that
Excellent.
people mind. Yeah.
Creek, Necrolumpa uses her. And Necrolumpa, describe that wish spell for us.
Let me go back to it. So it's verbal.
Yeah, just describe how it looks like, because that's a 9th level spell to heal Creek.
And when I describe the spell, is it gonna be like all the time the same?
No.
No? Okay, alright. So I just point my finger towards Creek and I tell him, wake up. And then exactly.
And Creek, just like that, your faculties come back to you.
What?
No.
Oh, what happened? Hi guys, what's up?
Creek, forgive me for a second to interrupt, but Necrolumpa, you're gonna have a hard time filling your phylactery now. And if Morgan had an eyebrow, it would be raised.
I know. Pretty much. But I think we still have time. How long has passed, Legend, since we've left?
Just to notice that to cast imprisonment for your feat as part of your Lich race, you can make that without using a spell slot once per long rest. Yes.
None of us realized that, obviously.
Oh yes, it's part of the soul sacrifices. You can use that spell imprisonment for that particular purpose.
That's why I have the button there, use. Okay.
Yes, exactly. That's why the button is different.
You're telling me I could have been using level 9 disintegrate this whole time, Legend. God damn it.
Yes, you should really read your character sheets.
I did.
And the guy was very bad at deck saves, so that could have worked.
All right. So you find yourselves in front of the entrance of this little chapel, underground, under a cave, which you arrive by passing through the entrance of the catacombs made with skeleton walls. And guys, Midge, particularly to you, it draws your attention that there's some black tulips just outside here. They're just, a little black tulip garden. Who's growing black tulips underground?
These are pretty. Can I do a nature check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Legend, I have a black screen, by the way. I'm not sure if I'm meant to be seeing stuff.
You should be seeing stuff, and I don't know what. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. And Midge, as you approach them, you think that the fertilizer that they're using for these plants is quite strong.
Can I scoop up some of the soil then?
Yes.
And I would like to take one of the tulips as well.
Excellent.
Kind of just rip it off the bush.
Very good. Very good.
So
And-
obviously black tulip I can do, but how do I specify this soil? Do I just put black tulip soil? Would that work?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna be collecting a lot of stuff, dude. So
That's fine.
she's gonna figure out how to use any of this stuff.
Add to your inventory. You can
Yep.
get creative later about all
Yep.
this stuff you want to mix it up.
Exactly.
You're gonna need a cauldron, Midge. You're gonna have to buy a cauldron at some
Well,
point.
she has the handy haversack, so
Very good.
she's got a little bit of.
No, I mean to prepare the potions and stuff.
Oh.
And whatever it is that you want to do.
Oh no, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll get there.
I'll grab one
All right.
too, including the roots, and I'll put it around my ear.
Beautiful.
Yeah, do I look beautiful?
Deadly.
Midge looks over at you and says, "You know, if the flower was a different color, I'd probably spit out you, but the black isn't too bad."
Right. I like it too. Should I take another one and put it on the other ear? Because, you know...
Yes.
Yeah, when you give 2 flowers is for the dead. 1 is for the alive, so yeah, let me grab another one.
Double tulip trouble. I like it.
Double tulip trouble, cauldron burn and fire bubble.
And Creek, by the way, you've realized that for the past minute, you have been completely disabled. You mentally, and you've realized that Mr. Sunfall must have feeble-minded you.
Damn that other lich. He made me actually feel like I was dead.
All right, Morrigan. There are 2 double doors in front of you for this little chapel.
Morgan is going to say, "Get ready, liches." I feel like in here it might be interesting, as he opens both the doors and waltz in.
Indeed. As you open those doors, you see stone chairs that descend from Halleck's mausoleum to a large subterranean chamber with stone coffins sitting on sturdy shelves. Part of the west wall has been collapsed, creating an opening into another chamber. Marching around the chamber are 5 pale, dissected warriors wearing wicked-looking armor. Now, I don't need to tell liches what a white is, and
No.
and the whites are they're just standing there as guards, and they look at all of you and say, one of them, the one in the front, just approaches you and says, "Stand right there. The moonlight is young."
And Morgan would say the phrase back, but the player forgets it.
What phrase he's gonna say back?
You got this.
The one that Nightfalls or Sunfall said back to Creek when Creek asked it, and Morgan was listening, but Morgan.
Okay.
is also-
Roll an intelligence check. Let's see if the DM helps you.
Oh. Oh, that is a natural 20. Thank you, Legend.
Very good. Very good. The DM does help you, and you remember that the counterpass is, and the shadows are, but the shadows are ancient.
And Morgan's gonna look back and he's like, "I tricked you all." Even Cyril was standing there like, "Oh my god, he's forgot." Oh my god, I've lit the shadows are. Oh my god, I literally just forgot. And you just said it.
Would you like some help?
Shadows are ancient.
The shadows are ancient. Oh,
Cyril's
the
just
shadows
gonna
are
shake
ancient.
his head and just like this guy
My
lost
eyes-
his brain years ago, never came back.
Morgan's gonna look at
Hold
Cyril
on,
and he's
Midge.
gonna
Hold
be like,
on.
Something.
I gotta put my glasses on. Midge comes up behind Morgan and sticks her finger in Morgan's ear to see like if it's empty, and pulls out like a slug that's in Morgan's ear. There you go. Maybe